everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. What is a master? Their types and role. It is said that mother is the first guru or master. Although I am not interested in teaching you, explaining you about master or guru, but what is a master? What is his role? And how there is the need for a master. The word master in Hindi, it is known as guru. Gu means one who leads you to light, to awakening. In Sufi terminology, we use the word Sheikh. Sheikh means the older one. It is said mother is the first guru. Let us take it for that matter. When a child is born, you put him on the mother's lap and he begins to suckle the breast. Where did he learn that? Did mother teach him? Where did the child learn how to suckle? So the first guru is not mother, is the womb, from where the child, when it comes out, naturally he knows, he understands. And when a child is born, he cannot see, he cannot hear. His eyes are not open. Not only that, he cannot hear either. All he can see, a spot. At that time, his third eye center, the divine eye, the spiritual eye is open. This remains like a dot, remains active for 40 days. Psychologists say when you flick the finger in front of the child or you clap, you think the child is happy, child is listening to the sound, or he is happy or smiling looking at the mother, father, brother and sisters. It is not so. For 40 days, his eyes are not open. His hearing is not active. So he cannot hear. So psychologists say the child is happy for some other reason, not what we think. Then it comes after 40 days, the mother comes in front and taps at the chin. I am your mother. The child is seeing the dot naturally and the mother. She says, I am your mother. The process begins of conditioning. This is your father, this is your brother, this is your sister, this is your uncle, aunt, whatsoever it is. All these are conditioned into him. So the Hindus use two words which are not very easily understood. Very easily understood, and out of ignorance we criticize and condemn, which is not right. It is said that every individual has to pass through 8.4 million lives. The word is used yoni. Yoni means the whole. It is not that a man's child in the next life will become a dog or dog will become a man. This is against the process of evolution. When it is said 84 lakhs or 8.4 million, it refers to, in the beginning, I explained to you something, but you do not understand. I will go into more details. Still you don't understand. We'll take further examples and then keep on giving you the examples. So 4 scriptures came, that is known as Veda or Vid. It comes from the root vid, means to know. What is to be known is very precise. Is very precise. The truth is the only thing that you need to know. But to know the truth, his journey is different. Your priest is like a salesman standing in a pharmacy on OTC counter, over the counter medicines, where no medicine requires a prescription of the doctor. You have a problem. He tells you that you have to do this ayat, this mantra for your love life, that one for your financial problems. So his whole business, this is business-like. His whole business is dependent on this kind of explanation. This is the way. One after the other he continues to make. So first of all, in a very precise, I said that master is a state of awakening, not a person, not the body, not the mind, not the intellect. If you take 3 persons, a Hindu, Muslim or Christian, and you cut their hand, will the Muslim blood be green, Hindu blood be saffron, or Christian blood be white? All the blood will be of one color. It may be that the blood group may differ, may match, but everyone will have the blood, and blood is of red color. When you breathe, does not mean that Hindu is breathing oxygen or Muslim is breathing oxygen and the others are breathing carbon dioxide or anything. Everyone breathes according to the environment where there is a pure air or not. If the 3 persons are sitting in a room, they will be breathing one kind of air that is available in that atmosphere. What is the difference? So I told you this, that master is a spiritual awareness. But you did not understand this. So I have to give you more explanation. He said, but you know, the Sheikh said this, the Pandit said that, all that. Truth is eternal. It cannot be put into the words. It is a realization. The more you try to put it, the more confused you get. Love, can you explain what it is? You explain it according to your own experience. Each explains it according to his or her own experience. And the problem comes in the confusion. So 4 Vedas know. To know 4, but 4 you did not understand this. It's incomprehensible. Truth is still remains incomprehensible. It is further divided into 6. Then 6, it's a little more explanation is given, but that too is not understandable by you. Then 18 Puranas, another division came up. That too became incomprehensible. Then 52, but that too not possible. Then 4 sub-scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Quran. I am talking about those who initiated this. They were simply human beings, not human doings. You are human doing. There is a difference between doing and being. So, the Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Quran, the Bible, Guru Granth Sahib. No Hindu sees beyond Bhagavad Gita. The truth is not Bhagavad Gita. It is a way. It is beyond that. No one sees truth beyond Holy Quran. Allah is the greatest, and Holy Prophet is the messenger of God. Christians do not see anything that is there beyond Jesus. Guru Granth Sahib does not see anything beyond Guru Nanak. These are the embodiments, but truth is beyond them. Truth is beyond all that. So when the child, the 40 days after, the mother taps at his chin, says, I am your mother, the child is still seeing the dot. He is not seeing anything else. That dot, the oneness. Sees one. He is not a Hindu, he is not a Muslim, he is not a Christian, he is not a Jew. He is simply a human, but he is unaware of it. So the process comes in. First of all, he goes through the state of chaos, discontentment, delusion, and he continues to live until he realizes this is life. He has everything, but there is chaos, disarray, delusion. This is Bhagavad Gita begins with a delusioned mind. Arjun's mind is deluded. So when the delusion is removed, then it becomes inspiration, aspiring mind. So in the company of the master, the delusion disappears. It becomes aspiring mind and begins to aspire. Who is the one who makes you aware? Then this is how the 8.4 million passages through which one has to go through is not from a dog to man, man to dog. No. The 4 scriptures, you did not understand that. You did not discover truth out of that. Then 6 it was divided into. You still did not understand. That's how the number came up, 84. It is said, Hindus say there are 3.3 million gods and goddesses. So first word, that every individual has to go through this 8.4 million yonis. Yonis means holes. The word yoni means there are, you look into the body, there are 8.4 million holes. Where are these holes? Each hair root is a hole, comes out from a hole. The pores, how many pores are there in your body? You only know eyes, you know ears, the nostrils, and then genitals. These are the holes. But no, there are 8.4 million holes. If scientifically you study, do you know how many hair are in your head? Each hair comes out from a hair root. That's why, and then the head, then the body has hair. So sometimes we get the hair root problem, hair root abscess. So each hair comes out of a root and out of a hole. So there are 8.4 million holes in human body. This is not only for Hindus, Christians, this is for human beings. And the master is the one who makes you aware of it. I'll come into the category of the masters, but first of all, you have to understand that, how this is happening. Then there are 3.3 million gods and goddesses. What are these? 33 numbers. As a medical science says, there are 33 joints in the human body. One joint, elbow, shoulder. You look at it here, there are 33 joints in every human body. And each joint functions in a different way. The elbow moves in elbow joint moves in a different way. The wrist joint moves in a different way. 33, 3.3 million joints. Then when you come up with this, there are joints. So the child, the mother tells the child that I am your mother, this is your father. So mother is the first guru. First guru is the womb, where he learns how to suckle. No one teaches him. It comes natural to him how to suckle the breast of the mother. Then the mother tells him something, and the process of conditioning begins. This is your father. So father becomes next guru, next master, the brother and sister, and this goes on and on. Then let us put it as here. You start your education system. In a primary school, you have a teacher who teaches you everything. He teaches you language. He teaches you science. He teaches you agriculture. What you call him? Teacher. He teaches you. When you go to a school, the teacher is different. From the school, when you go to the college, there is not only one teacher, but there are teachers of different disciplines. One teaches you mathematics, the other teaches you science, the third teaches you something else. So does it mean that you have lost the respect for the primary school teacher? He is trained only to teach certain things, because at that level, you can only be taught in one way. In school, your level of understanding is much less. In college, it goes, as you move up the ladder, it becomes more and more. So you need to be explained in more in detail. This is what I said, there are 84 different yonis, passages. So primary school is one teacher. Then in college, more teachers. University you go, you have to get registered into this institute. Whether you are starting your education from the school, you have to be registered. You have to be registered, you have to be an apprentice. Otherwise, your education cannot begin. So in the same way, when it comes to the spiritual field, we use the word bath or initiation. You come to the institution, you have to register, you have to begin your process of education in a particular way. You must respect that there is, if you can say, the learning is an embodiment, so the goddess of learning that is there, whether it is Greek mythology or Roman or Hindu, that is an importance is given to that. The parents teach the children what they have known, and what the parents have known, what their parents taught them. And who taught their parents is a long process. It is called the continuation. Who created these delusions or divisions in the child? The parents. Who created in the child's parent his parents. And the process goes on. The child was seeing one dot, but now he gets confused. Should I see that oneness? Or I see this is the mother, this is the father, this is brother, this is sister, this is grandfather, this is grandmother, so on and so forth. It is like you using the computer technology will be easier. You buy a hard drive, it is empty, totally empty, nothing is written on it. Then what you do? You start filling it with the information, saving the information into it, what you like to save. So child is born like an empty hard drive, which is right, but they start saving the information into it. And this process continues. So parent starts creating illusions first, then the process continues. I was lucky in the sense that my hard drive was not available to anyone, to my parents or anyone. From the very beginning, it was, even before birth, it was in the hands of a master, of a sheikh, who prepares you for that. Mother prepares you for the world. Master prepares you for beyond the world, beyond the duality. The education system that begins with mother. And you start saving the information in the hard drive. Isn't it so? You save the information that you are Muslim, you are Hindu. No one teaches you to be a human. No parent teaches you, no priest teaches you to be a human. So in the information that is saved in the child is that you are a Hindu, you are a Muslim, you are a Christian. And this process continues. and then it leads to total chaos, disturbance, and then one day you realize that you have to know something, that you are fed up with all this. This has created nothing else but chaos in you. Then you go to someone who knows about it. Then you go, then comes the category of the masters. If there is a cup, the cup will not say that I am cup. Someone has to be there to tell you, to introduce you that this is cup. This is cup. Then, if there is inquisitiveness in you, the master, the real master, does not make you Hindu, Muslim or Christian. He knows the whole process. You were born one. You were seeing oneness. You were embodiment of oneness, but you were unconscious. So you allowed the others to save their information, what they wanted to save, into your hard drive, because you were unconscious. Now, if your hard drive is saved as it is saved that you are Muslim, you will not allow anything else to be written unless you find that it is a chaos and it has not given you openness, fulfillment, bliss, harmony. This process continues. So the master is the one, that is a spiritual awareness. He creates inquisitiveness in you. He makes you inquisitive. So when you see a cup, there is a desire in you, inquisitiveness to know. Children have that inquisitiveness. But as your more information is saved into your hard drive, then inquisitiveness slowly and slowly goes, and your whole life moves according to that pattern that has been saved into your hard drive. And you live your life according to Hindu pattern or Muslim pattern or Christian pattern. But truth is eternal. It is beyond all dualities. It is beyond all that is known. It is unknown and unknowable. That is one. And that is truth. You cannot put into the words. So then inquisitiveness comes in. Oh, this is glass. What it is made of? Uncle, what it is made of? I don't know. But I know only I have been told that this is a glass. This is a metal glass. But why this is metal glass? Child asks questions. You feel flabbergasted. You don't have answer to these questions. Who made it? Where this metal come from? Do you have that inquisitiveness in you? You are very happy being programmed in a particular way. Whatever is saved, you want to live. Oh, I like Hinduism. I like the Hindu way. Indonesia is the country which have the highest Muslim population, 80%. And the people respect the Hindu gods because they say, we change the religion, but our culture is ancient. Our idols are Ram, Krishna, all these are our idols. You go to Indonesian countries, their airline name is Garud. Muslim country, Garud is the vehicle of the one of the Hindu incarnations, Hindu god Vishnu. On the currency note of Indonesia, is the image of the elephant god Ganesh. The airport, the buildings that you see, all these sculptures, these things are there. So I am not saying that my culture is different, my heritage is different, but my way is different. You are Muslim, Hindu, but you eat Chinese food also. You eat Italian food also. You like the fusion fruits also, foods. So Guru creates an inquisitiveness which you have lost in the process of growth. Then it is made of, this is a glass, what you do with this? When child asks questions, don't you feel how children are born, Dad? You don't know, but child's understanding is of a different plane. You cannot explain to him the way you understand it as an adult. So you have to explain to him in a different way. The glass, the one who makes you aware, the first guru is a spiritual guru. He makes you study the scriptures. Then next category, he speaks the language of scriptures. You ask him anything without knowing, read this ayat, do this mantra. So like a salesman on OTC counter in a pharmacy, he is selling the medicines. Then the category of the master that teaches you the way of rituals, that you have to do this ritual for that. And rest assured, when you go to your priest and whatever he tells you does not solve your problem. Many times you would have gone to your priest for your problem of love life or financial problem. Whatever solution he gave, did it sort your problem? No. Then he teaches you oneness. And then the next category, who makes you aware of that which is. You were born seeing the dot, a single spot. So he takes you to explain that and inducts into that. So if you are at the level primary school, the teacher teaches you the process of learning. One teacher teaches you everything. Then in college there are different teachers. Then you go to university. There is a teacher for physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, optics, magnetism, light. All these disciplines, there are different teachers. Does it mean that you have a disrespect for the primary school teacher? No. According to the music, it is said that you go to different masters. One teaches you percussion instruments. The next one teaches you the wind instruments, the bellow instruments. And as a music, you incorporate everything. You learn from everyone, and according to your own capabilities, or the word is used inkaradiyat. According to your own inkaradiyat or understanding, you blend all together and present something new. In life, The word ustad is used for these kind of things. He teaches you different things. You put all that you have learned from this, that, and so put together and present it in a different way. That is what the master teaches you. Now you have finished the university education. You enter into work. So you are going into training. So someone trains you. Don't you respect the person who trains you into the practical application of that work? Then you want to know, you have learned the auto electrical engineering, so you go and someone teaches you the practical aspects of it. There can be infinite number of masters. Infinite number of masters. Each plays a role. The process goes on. As the process goes on, it is like there is a building, a 5-story building. You want to know about this building, what this building is. You want to explore that building. So you go with the cameraman. Two people go. They are of the same height. So one remains on the ground level and you start climbing. You reach the first floor. When from the first floor you will look down, you will see the person clearly. But would he of the same height? He will be slightly smaller. Won't it be? Because your level of watching the person is not same. The person is standing on the ground level. You are on the first floor. From the first floor, when you look down on the street, the images look slightly smaller. Then you climb the next ladder. You go to the second floor. From there, you will see that person whom you have left behind is still smaller. From the third floor, you may find that you're seeing an image. You are not sure if that person is still there or not. But you have an idea because you have left that person there. So you know that person is bound to be there. Whether he is there or not, whether he has moved from there or not, you are not certain about it. You go to the fourth floor. From there you cannot see the person at all. You simply see maybe a dot, and that is your imagination. So by the time, if you still want to go up to the fifth floor, the oxygen level gets less and less. You feel tired. Somehow if you try to reach to the fifth floor, from there you look, you will not look anything except what is there in your imagination. One who makes you aware of this is the master also. One who inducts you into the education system is also the master. What is the difference between the two? Do you need the same level of understanding? As a child, you were wearing different size clothes, and now you put on weight, you become grown up, you use different kind of size of clothes. Your size changes. In the same way, your level of understanding, your intelligence changes. Level of understanding goes on changing as time goes on. For that, don't you need a different clothes? When your level of understanding changes, you go into different systems, you go into different masters who teaches. One teaches you all the subjects in a primary school. There are not different teachers. There are classes. The preschool, so there is one. So it makes you play, and through the play teaches you something. Then higher level, then one teacher teaches you all the disciplines, everything. He teaches you how to sit, how to eat food, how to do this, how to do that. Is it not necessary for you? Or, yes, if it is necessary, then the question comes up, it is all that you want to know in your life? Don't you want to transcend beyond this and go to the school? A master is an institution. He teaches you what he is capable of. The primary school teacher is capable, and he is taught how to deal with the children at preschool. A university professor cannot teach the preschool students or the primary school teachers. Can it be? You can teach at a different level. The level of explanation of the university teachers is different than primary school teachers. So the primary school teacher, that is why they are known as kindergarten teachers, preschool experts. There are different ways and means. So do you want to remain at the same level and then consider that I have a master and I am feeling guilty? Who makes you feel guilty? Are you born? Guilt is not your nature. It is your conditioning which has been put into. You don't feel guilty when you, as a devout Hindu, you go to the restaurant and eat Italian food or Chinese food. Do you feel guilty? No. You go, and according to your discipline, you go to the restaurant and eat. So your level keeps on changing. You move from the ground level. You cannot remain at the ground level always. You have to go to this building. And when for the first time you start climbing up, that is why in one of the composition Meera says, Unchi chad chad pant niharum. I have climbed up to the different levels, and from there I have tried to see the reality, and yet still I have not been able to know the reality of Krishna. So first you are at the ground level, which is the earth center, then the water center, then the solar plexus. Then I will tell you in subsequent sessions this week that the 5 elements, it is said, the Hindus say, because they have been, if I am saying this, I am explaining to you, if the doctor says that your blood is O group or A group, does it mean this is because you are a Muslim, so Muslim supposed to have A group or Hindu supposed to have? No, anyone can have. The blood group has nothing to do with your religious understanding. I understand that one of the Christian sects, they do not want to have the blood transfusion for whatever reasons I was told by the person. So nothing, you have to go, and each person teaches you something. When you want to learn the culinary art, in the restaurant when you go, just the other day, I was talking to one person, the purchasing manager, I said, you're that branch. Somebody told that there was a manager and one salesperson. He said, no, it's not true. There are 3 chefs. One is the tandoor chef, who is expert in tandoori items. The next one is the Chinese chef. And the third one is the chef in making the other items. Are all these experts are not necessary in a restaurant? So in your life, don't you need to understand the different aspects? Because at home you can do all the things. That is primary school. At primary school, one teacher teaches everything. At home, it is the mother who cooks this, that and so. But she is not an expert in Chinese cooking. But she can cook good. She can cook good tandoori items. She can cook good gravies. But there are experts. When you are running an institution or you want to go, don't you want to go and learn the art from everyone? And you don't say that I have already a master. Why should I have I am feeling guilty. So the master taught you something. He inducted you into the education system in your inward growth. But then you have to go beyond that. From the primary school, you have to graduate and then go to the, now you are ready to go enter this college. When you graduate from the college, you enter the university. When you finish from the university, you go into the specific program doing the post-graduation. Or you are doing your PhD. What is PhD? P, permanent, H, heart, D, damage, permanent heart damage. Heart is the faculty to know. What does the education system does? He makes your mind develop, but heart becomes permanently damaged. PhD, permanent heart damage. Isn't it when you come out of the university, your heart is permanently damaged? You cannot feel for certain things. Your mind feels. Then you do not have answer to the simple questions that life asks on a day-to-day basis. Isn't it so? Then you run to the priest that I am having the problem in my love life. So he says, do this ritual and it will be solved. Like the OTC counter, he's giving you a medicine without prescription, without knowing. So sometimes when you do not have the money to go to the doctor, so you go to the pharmacist, he says, sir, I need a medicine because I have a sore throat. He's not an expert, he's not trained into that. But he sees the prescription that is prescribed by many doctors when there is a particular virus or something. So he said, you should take that. That is how the priest works. Not an expert. So the master teaches you, and then when you reach the 5th floor, your oxygen level is less, you are panting, but you dare to go up to that height, and from there you look down on the below, and there you see a dot. So this is becoming consciously, your process is reversed. What has created chaos in your life? The initial teaching, when you did not have this hearing, you did not have this seeing, these 2 faculties were not open, only the 3rd eye, the eye of truth, the eye of awakening, that was open and operating, but you were unconscious. So when you become slightly deluded, worried about your chaos and the life of chaos and disharmony and discontent, then you want to move this, you want to find a solution. So this is a conscious effort. But then your whatever is saved in your hard drive, that guides you even then. Oh, I should go to, because I am a Muslim, so I must go to a Muslim guru, I must go to a sheikh. Not to a Hindu guru, not to a priest, not to anybody else. So the same information that is saved continues to, and you live with that information. The moment you are out of that, you are a human being. Being is not the conditioning. Being is simply a being, and Sanatan means it is, I had to use the word dharma, but it is not dharma. Sanatan is simply Sanatan, it is truth. Satya Sanatan. It is the ultimate truth. When that, you become inquisitive about it. So the Master creates an inquisitiveness into you. The desire to inquire. And the moment you begin to inquire, your journey of transcendence begins. Then you go to the different types of the Masters. If someone says, if you say that I am President of the United States of America, does it mean that you have become Prime Minister or the President of United States of America? No. If you accept somebody like that, oh, he is saying that I am Prime Minister, I am the President of America, then there are qualities. The qualities of the Master are different, the different types, and each type has a quality. Each category of the Master teaches you or takes you up to a certain level. Beyond that, he cannot. But if you want to remain stuck at the primary level, then you can very clearly say that I have a teacher, I have a guru, I have a master, I have a sheikh, and going to someone else, I feel guilty, so I must not go. So you remain at that level. At that level, that level at which he is. A preschool teacher cannot guide you for your post-graduation or your research. Can he? But his role is important. You must respect the primary school teacher. You must respect the college teachers. You must respect the university professors. Although you may excel in the discipline, you may have transcended, you have gone beyond the level of the college teacher, that should not bring pride or vanity in you. The first teacher who taught you the ABC of your discipline where you have excelled, you must have the respect for him. But that does not mean you should stop at that level. He teaches you now. You are ready to learn, go beyond. One who can dare to say that is the real master, who does not keep you yoked to him, that you don't need to go to anyone. A doctor never says when the need arises, he directs you to the expert. He says that my understanding is only up to here. I want to send you an expert. You go to the expert, expert treats you. We will continue along this line in tomorrow's session, because this 3 days will be you to explain the questions which people have in their minds, and all these I will continue to explain various aspects. So until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.